Oops, yeah, that's okay. These guys over here. Hello. Happy daylight savings. I can never remember when we go on daylight savings and off. So now we're on daylight savings. Okay, I can never remember which one's which. Because
Now we're off.
now we're in. Now we're off.
Yeah.
Eastern Standard Time.
We're off.
We're off daylight savings.
Yeah, and it's Eastern Standard. Daylight savings is
It's
like
now
summer.
over. It's doing the
It's so
summer.
you have
Oh.
a lot of light in the summer.
So we just fell back. In
Right.
fall, you fall back.
No, I know, but does that mean we're on or we're off?
No.
Now we're in EST. Okay, because
Yeah.
Chaya put on the thing, daylight savings starts today, but she was
No,
wrong.
yeah,
It ends
ends.
today. See, then it confused me even more. I don't know. Okay, anyway, we're all here. It's
We've
fine
been saving the time all summer,
to get it.
and now you've got all this extra time.
Except it's darker earlier, so that's not extra time. So that doesn't work for my brain. I don't know. Okay. So silly. I know. Sets off our whole. The dogs were up all night last night. And Arjun, my husband, was like, the dogs must have known daylight savings. I'm like, yeah, because in the middle of the night, the dogs are going to know it's daylight savings. Okay, honey, you just whatever. He decided that's why the dogs were being silly last night. Okay, anyway, here we go. Daylight savings or not. Sorry, we're a little late, you guys. All right, so last week we were talking about attachment and that thing that we do as humans where we cling to what feels good and we attach ourselves to what feels good because that's human nature. And then the other side of that, so that's one of the kleshas that are part of the philosophy of yoga, that they're the impediments or the obstacles or the afflictions. They're sort of translated in all those different ways, meaning the things that get in the way of us being at peace with ourselves, right? So one of them is attachment. We talked about that this week. The opposite side is aversion, how we avoid the things that are uncomfortable. Also part of human nature, our bodies. And that's a useful thing, right? Don't put your hand on the hot stove, you will get burned. So that can be a useful thing, just as attachment can be a useful thing, right? We know that with children, they need to have healthy attachment, or there's all sorts of stuff that happens emotionally later if we don't have that. Even as if we don't have those relationships as adults, it can affect us, right? So anyway, the point is not that we erase these things from ourselves. It's just that we become aware that we do it, and of course, we talked last week about the extreme of attachment being the addiction cycle, the extreme of avoidance, is a sort of shutting down, right? You don't even leave the house. You're scared, you're in fear all the time because you're afraid of what might happen, so these are sort of the opposite sides of the same coin, and some of us tend towards one, some of us tend towards the other. We all do all of it. And we tend to identify more with the extremes of life. We tend to feel them obviously more, the pain, pleasure cycle, the I don't know, what are the other, we tend to feel when we're feeling abundant, we feel that strongly. When we feel lack, we feel that strongly. When we feel love, powerful, hate, powerful, so we identify with those emotions. And yet there's this whole range in between the two. So just like we talked about last week, the sort of antidote for breaking that aversion cycle is to be in that middle ground, so the extremes are sort of like the waves are going like this, it's like we're up, we're down, we're way up here, we're way down here. But within that, so it's not to say that when yoga is working for us, the waves are erased. They're not. But instead of it being here, we're kind of here, right? And so we have this, and we can just feel things for what they actually are. In the classical yoga tradition, the way of erasing the impediments was asceticism, removing yourself from society, was withdrawal from it. And it was like that you disconnect in this life so that you get the big payoff in the end, enlightenment, But the tantric philosophy doesn't subscribe to that model. I don't really subscribe to that model. I don't really believe that we've taken birth just to get out of the body. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. Why would we come into the world just to try to get out of the world, right? You know, like I don't know. That doesn't. I can see the draw of that. You know, I can see the draw of that. Sometimes it's like you want to just put your head in the sand and pretend it's all not going on. I get that sometimes, and we all do that sometimes, you know. But when we can recognize those moments that we're clinging to something, and we can let go with a little more ease, when we can appreciate the pleasure but without, you know, having to attach to it so strongly, and when we can weather the discomfort with more grace, you know, when we can tolerate, when we can like sort of up our sense of resiliency and tolerance for what's uncomfortable for us, you know, then again, same thing. We find that middle ground. We find the waves sort of here, and we can exist in that plane. And that's really what the philosophy is saying. You know, again, the goal is not happiness in our practice. The goal is equanimity, where we can just be here. And sometimes we're here a little happy, sometimes we're a little sad, sometimes we're feeling great, sometimes we're not feeling so great, you know, but we can be in any of those little fluctuations and just accept it for what it is. So we'll look at today we'll just play in the practice with what we're avoiding, what we're resisting. All right, so take a good seat and close your eyes. I don't know what to do with this. Let's tuck it in here. Let's see if that works. All right, sit up nice and tall. Take a few breaths. I think we have a woodpecker outside. Sounds like a woodpecker. We've got this knocking going on. Knock, 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 knock. I don't know if you guys can hear it on Zoom. All right, so just try to settle in spite of the woodpecker knocking and all the things. Yeah. Deepen your breath. And perhaps take a moment and just see if there is resistance to anything this morning. If you're feeling a particular resistance to something or an avoidance of a feeling, maybe it's everything I'm saying. See how it sits with you. These practices, you know, they're simple, but they're not easy. See if you could just soften a little bit. And as always, find a sense of compassion for yourself with whatever it is you might be resisting against or avoiding. Knowing that it is just part of being a human and all the amazing and beautiful and creative and just awful things we can think, do, and feel as humans. But the more we're just open to thinking, doing, and feeling those things, then the richer our lives become. All right, bring your hands together at your heart. Let's start with our invocation. If you'd like to join, take a deep breath. Bow your head to your heart. And then release your hands to your lap. Just switch the cross of your legs. And let's do a little seated cat and cow. So resting your hands on your legs, just start to flow with breath, arching and rounding your spine. Inhaling, pulling your chest forward, lifting your head, tipping forward to the front edge of the sit bones. Exhaling, letting your weight drop into your hands, letting your spine round. So we're going to play with these two actions of cat and cow through the practice today. And more specifically, what's happening in the pelvis. So just bring your awareness as you're rocking back and forth to your pelvis. As your pelvis tips forward, it's like the front of the body opens up. We open to what feels good. And then as we drop back, it's like pull the head into the turtle shell, avoid disconnect. And neither of those extremes is right for us. So now come more to the middle ground and just do a little tipping of the pelvis. So don't let it roll through the whole spine. Just tip the pelvis forward a little bit and then tip the pelvis back a little bit and see if you can just isolate that movement. Yeah, so it's a more subtle movement. And we're going to play with those actions as we move through some things. Okay, come to neutral now. So see if you can find the place that feels neutral, where you're not really arched forward, you're not rounding back, but you're forward at the front edge of your sit bones. The spine is lifted and long. And we're going to try to keep that middle ground as we move through our stuff today. Okay, now step your feet out in front of you. And let's do a couple windshield wipers. So drop the knees to one side and then over to the other, and just go back and forth a few times. Try to get the inner knee to the floor, the outer knee all the way down. Your knees may or may not do that. Your hips may or may not do that, but we're aiming to try to get the knees as close to the floor as we can. Good. Next time the knees are over to the right, stay there. Sweep your left arm up by your left ear. And you can stay here or you can lift up your hips. That's more of a cow tilt, the arching of the spine, the pelvis tipping forward. Good. Exhale, release down. Drop the knees to the left. Stay here, arm by the ear or lift the hips. Good. Exhale, back down. Go back to the first side. Now we're going to take it into a twist. So both knees are over to the right. Your left hand is over behind you. I want you to take your right hand either to your left knee or if you can reach to your left heel, hold your left heel. If that's too much, some of that's just body proportions, right? Just can hold on to the knee or the shin. Good. Then deep breath in. Try to get your inner left knee down, your inner thigh down, and twist to the left. Push with your left hand. Pull a little with the right hand. As you breathe in, lengthen up a little bit. As you breathe out, twist a little deeper. Good. Inhale to center. Switch legs to the other side. Good. So right hand behind you, left hand holds either the outer knee or, again, if you can reach to your heel, hold some part of your right leg. Yeah, you can even hold the back of your thigh. Some of that's just how long your arms and legs are as in relationship to your torso. All right, push into your right hand, twist to the right. Pull a little with the left hand. One more breath in. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Good. Come to center, bring your knees up and come lay down onto your back. Oh, this microphone's going to be interesting today. Okay. Leave it right there. All right. So onto your back, hug your knees to your chest. Hold one knee in each hand and circle your knees away from each other. Yep. So make some big sweeping circles with the knees. And then change the direction, go the other way. here. Good. Okay, then hold the knees together and circle the knees together. So it's more of a massage in the low back and around your sacrum. And notice just as you start to move and you start to feel sensations in your body, change the direction of the circle, just what things, what movements you tend to avoid because they don't feel as good. What movements do you not want to lean into? Now, that's not saying like go into a pain cycle. That's not it. I'm talking at the sort of lower level, right, of just discomfort, not pain. Don't want you in pain. All right, hug your knees in nice and close. Squeeze your knees to your nose, curl in. Okay, now slide your hand to your right ankle. Hold your right ankle and then roll to your left side for a little thigh stretch. So roll onto your left. That's it. Lift your right knee up high for a moment. Hug your heel towards your butt. That's it. Now feel the tilt of your pelvis. Chances are it's tipping forward into that cow tilt. So draw your tailbone forward, tone your low belly. Good. Now squeeze your top knee down. And now without letting your pelvis tip forward, pull your knee back a little bit. So you're feeling a deeper stretch into your thigh. Good. Take one more breath here. Good. Come back to your back. Hug both knees. And then slide your hand to your left ankle. Right elbow comes underneath your head. Roll to your right side. Right, left knee up high for a moment. Play with that tipping of the pelvis. So tailbone forward, pelvic floor drawing in and up, low belly drawing in. Then squeeze your top knee down towards your bottom knee. Hug your heel to your butt. Deeper thigh stretch. Good. Roll back to your back. Hug your knees. Okay, now take your arms, actually go hands behind your head now. Hands behind your head, lace your fingers together. Press your elbows down, shoulders down, head down, take a little upper body stretch. And then bend and straighten your legs a few times and try to straighten your legs as fully as you can. So even if you need to bring your legs out in front a little bit, do that. But bend your knees and then press out and play with the point and flex of your foot and just see which one is giving you a deeper, maybe even an easier stretch of the legs. But bend a little bit and then straighten fully. Do one more. Bend and straighten. Good. And then we'll add on to this. So bend the knees. Now, as you straighten your legs, lift your head and shoulders, try to squeeze your hips off the floor, bring your elbows towards your outer legs. Good, then inhale, release your hips down, rebend your knees. Exhale, squeeze shoulders and hips off the floor. That's it. Inhale, lower down, bend your knees. And just like that, a few more times, exhale. Yep, squeeze in and up, and then release back down. And then let's do 3 more. Squeeze in and up. And release back down. Try to do it in a way that feels relaxed, not like you're building tension into the body, but that you're getting a good extension in the legs and a curl, crunch in the body, in the upper body, in the torso. Okay, good. And then rest for a moment. Rest your feet on the floor. Take your feet wide apart, rest your knees together, and just take a deep breath. Our bodies tend towards extremes. Our bodies tend to just move in the path. You know, our habitual patterns create patterns in our bodies. And then we stay with that unless we are being super aware of what those patterns are. So much of our practice is just that self-awareness, just noticing, you know, which pattern does the body go in? Why are we avoiding a certain thing? Okay, come back to hands behind head. Come back to legs. This time we're going to stretch the legs straight up. We're going to hold them, the legs extending towards the ceiling. You got them as straight as you can. Good. Lift your head and shoulders off the floor gently. You're going to stay here. Rest your head back into your hands, but lift your shoulders. Then as you exhale, lower the right leg, hover it, and then inhale and bring it back up. And exhale, left leg, hover. And inhale, bring it back up. And just like that, side to side, lower and hover. Good. And back up, lower and hover. With your breath. This one, you could kind of make a case for the inhale or the exhale going with either one. So whichever rhythm feels like it settles more easily with you. Just link movement with breath. Do 2 more each leg, 1 more each, 2 more each side. That's it. Last one. And second side. Good. And rest. Feet to the floor, knees together. Rest your hands on your belly and just take a big, deep breath, using the breath to stretch out those tissues in the belly, in the low back, if your back is feeling a little bit tight. Okay, find your strap. Take your strap around your right foot. If you've got a loop, that's fine. You can just go into the loop. You're going to hold one on each side, one hand on each side. That's it. Yeah, wrap it around the hands if that's more comfortable. All right, now really extend that right leg. Get the right leg fully straight. Now you've got resistance, so that's a little easier to do. When we're doing it without resistance, it's a little more challenging. Okay, extend your left leg to the floor. If it's not there already, that's it. Press your left thigh down. Now take both straps into your left hand. Take your right hand to the front of your right thigh, or actually make it like a C. Make your hand like a C. Take your thumb right in the crease and roll the outer hip flesh towards your left foot, even as you're pulling your right foot in. Or stretch into the hip there. Okay, now try to maintain that action. So let your leg do the action. Switch the strap into your right hand. Take your left arm over to the left. Extend, press your right leg over to the right. So let it be an active press, not just succumbing to gravity. That's it. Okay, now let go of the strap. Just let it hang for a second and then prop your right hand underneath your right leg. If you can get your right elbow on the floor and just prop your leg onto your hand, that's it. And then actively extend the leg without having something to push into. Just rest your hand on your leg out to the side. So take it out to the side, Elisa, if you can. There you go. And just let it sort of rest on your hand. That's it. And really push that leg out. Okay, good. Bring the leg back up. Switch hand. That's put the strap back into the left hand now. Take your right arm over to the right. Draw the leg across the body. You can shift your hips a little bit to the right as you do that so the hips stack. Good. Same thing here, let go of the strap. Prop the leg with your hand. You can get your elbow to the floor, that's it. And then push out through your foot, really extend through your leg. Good, inhale, bring the leg back up, hold the strap in both hands. Play with a little cat and cow pelvic tilting here. Feel how when your back lifts away from the floor, you get more of the stretch in the hamstring. When it tucks under, it's a little less of the stretch in the hamstring. Just find the middle place, draw the leg in any amount closer. Okay, set the strap to the side, bend your knees, feet to the floor. And just pause, take a moment, center, and then take the strap around the left foot. Use that resistance to push your foot up into the strap. I like it right around the ball of the toes, the base of the toes. Stretch your right leg out long as you are ready to go there. Good, both straps to the right hand. C shape with your left hand, thumb into the hip crease. Press the outer hip away as you pull the leg in. Yep. Then try to maintain that action. Switch hands again. Right arm out to the right. Left leg out to the left. Press it out. Extend the leg. Then let go of the strap. Just let it hang. Prop your hand underneath your leg. Yes. And then push out like you're still pressing into that resistance. Open up the back of the leg. Good. Hold the strap again. Bring the leg up. Switch hands. Strap to the right hand, left arm to the left. Hips can shift a little bit to the left if you like. And then take the leg across over to the right. Push into the strap. Push, push, push. Then Let go of the strap, keep pushing, prop your leg onto your hand. Yeah, if you can. That's it. Nice, you guys. One more breath, extend the leg. Okay, then hold the strap, take the leg back up, play with a little cat and cow here, a little arch, a little round. Find that middle place, draw the leg in any amount closer. And then release the strap. Extend both legs out. Very good. Okay. Now, prop yourself up onto your elbows. Come up. Ooh, sorry, it's loud. That's a live song. Okay, onto your elbows. The tendency here is going to be to collapse, right? Shoulders forward, back sort of collapsing. So push your elbows down and come into that, the cow tilt of the pelvis. So there's a curve in the low back. Try to maintain that curve. Lift your knees up, your feet off the floor. That's it. Then straighten your legs and bend and straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Do one more. Fully straighten. Good. And then bend and hold here. And you can either do, we're going to tap the toes. You can do one leg at a time, or you can do both together. Just see how your back is feeling and your legs are feeling with that. Tap. Try to maintain the curve in the spine. Tap down one at a time or both together. One more. No, two more. Last one. Okay, good. Rest onto your back for a moment. Hug your knees or rest your knees together. So keeping the back in that neutral position with the curve in the spine makes it a little more challenging. I know. Okay. We're coming back to that same position on the elbows. Legs straight up towards the sky. Arch. Push your elbows down. Anterior tilt. And if your legs don't fully straighten here, that's okay. I'd rather you get the curve in your spine than your legs straight. Let's say that. Okay, now we're going to extend either one leg at a time or both legs together. So you can lower the legs together and back up, or if that's too much, just go one leg and back up and one leg and back up, and try to maintain that curve in your spine. Slowly lower. Keep your navel pulling towards your spine. Keep your pelvic floor turned on, your low belly turned on. Do two more. Lower and lift. I know this one's a little bit of a neck killer, right? Lower and then lift. Okay, and then fold your legs and come upright and fold over your legs. Let your head release. Take a deep breath here. Find your way to downward facing dog. In your dog pose, bend your knees. Do a little pelvic tilting. Tip forward, tip back, a little cat and cow in the pelvis. Notice your thigh bones move back as your back arches. Your sit bones move forward as the back rounds. Now try to make both those things happen at the same time. So arch a little, move your thigh bones back towards your sit bones, and then tip your sit bones forward towards your thigh bones without trying to not let the thigh bones pop forward. So you're more in a neutral position. And then stretch your legs as straight as you can. Try to maintain those two actions in balance. Hold steady where you are. Inhale, flow forward to plank. Exhale, lower down to the belly. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Make your way forward to the front of your mat. Uttanasana. And then lengthen your spine, come on all the way up. Reach up. Get tall for your spine. Exhale. Let your arms release by your side. Step your feet a little closer together for chair pose. Good. Poke your hips back. Take your hands on your hips for a moment. Take your hips back into chair. Notice what your tendency is, right? Is your tendency to be really arched? That's mine. Some of you, the tendency might be to round in that position. So let's find our way to the middle. The thigh bones press back, the sit bones draw forward towards the thigh bones. Pelvic floor is toning, low belly is toning. Inhale your arms up. And just hold steady in that middle place where there's fluctuations but not tidal waves. And as sensation builds, just build your resilience, build your ability to hold what is uncomfortable, be more comfortable in your discomfort. One more breath. And then inhale, come on up. Good, exhale, hands to hips in Tadasana. Do the same thing, a little pelvic tilting here. So when we tip it forward like this is an anterior tilt of the pelvis. When we tip back, it's a posterior tilt of the pelvis. And what we're looking for is that middle place. Attachment, aversion, pelvic tilt. We're looking for that middle ground. So find the middle ground. Notice when you find it that your spine has a little more freedom. Inhale your arms up again. Exhale, hinge forward, fold into Uttanasana. Yep, if your hands don't reach the floor, you can always go onto blocks and then try a little pelvic tilting here. Do it gently. Do it with mindfulness. You don't want to pull at the, if you're feeling that pull at the hamstring attachments, don't overdo that because that's not a great, it's not great for your hamstrings. You can always do it with the knees a little bent. And then see if you can try to find the neutral spine here, the neutral pelvic tilt here, and then fold a little deeper. Let your head and your neck release. And just soften into what is. It's like we notice our tendencies, we see where we fall, and then we try to stay in that middle ground as best we can, but we've got to just give ourselves over to it. Okay, step your right leg back. Drop your right knee down, grab a blanket if you need padding for your knee. We're going to be here for a minute. Hands on hips. When we come into this lunge position, we tend to be more in that cow tilt. Right? So the pelvis is going to want to tip forward. Keep your right thigh bone back, but draw your right sit bone down towards your right thigh bone. Pull your left sit bone forward towards your left knee as you bend into the knee. Inhale your arms to the sky. See if you can feel your pelvic floor parallel or even with the floor beneath you. And then lift up out of your pelvis and curl back a little bit more. Take one more breath. That's it. Then exhale, hands down and straighten your front leg, slide your hips back. Come up onto your front heel. Yes. Back to you. All right. Extend your leg really long. Extend your spine really long. And then fold over your leg. Let your head, your neck soften. Move more into that cat spine here. Let the whole back of your body open up. All right, inhale, come on up. Stay with me here. You're going to kickstand your right leg behind you. Spin down the instep of your left foot. So you're facing the long edge of your mat. That's it. And then you're going to come on up. Your right leg, left leg stays straight. Good. Then Parigasana, gate pose. Take your left arm up. Right hand to, no, left hand to your left leg, right arm up. That's it. And then lean towards your extended leg. You got it. Breathe in and lengthen. Breathe out and lean. Notice which way your pelvis wants to tilt, one way or the other. Try to find that middle ground so that you're getting an even stretch along the left side body. Inhale, come up. Bring your left hand all the way to the floor in line. So hand, knee, foot in a straight line. Take your left arm up to the sky. Modified Vashisthasana. That's it. Pull your left shoulder back. Lean back a little bit. Side plank. You make your body into a straight line. Some of you are sort of hinged forward at the hip. You could walk your right hand back a little more if you wanted to. That's it. Good. One more breath. All right. Exhale and come back to the front of your mat. Back to tabletop. Back to downward facing dog. Good. Hold in your dog or come through a vinyasa here. Another thing I think is interesting to think about or contemplate as we talk about, what we avoid. Dvesha is the word, avoidance. In Sanskrit, what we avoid is, do we avoid the mental challenges more or the physical challenges more? I'd venture to say probably most of us more the mental challenges since we're all here doing a physical practice together, but maybe I'm wrong. It's definitely that way for me. Okay, come forward. Back to Uttanasana. I have no trouble putting my body into challenging situations. I'm good with that. The mind, different story. Don't make me do math like ever. All right, come on up. Reach up, stretch up. Good. Find that neutral pelvic position here and then try to hold it. Hinge forward. Just see how it shifts things when we're doing that. Oh my gosh. If we're trying to do that as we come forward. All right, left leg back, low lunge. Yep, drop the back knee. That's it. Then hands to hips. And you know what to do. A little cat and cow. Tilt one way, tilt the other way. Find that neutral ground and then send the arms to the sky. When we find that middle place, we can extend up long through the spine, maybe take it into a little more of a back bend. Good. Exhale, hands down, shift your hips back. Fold over your front leg, straighten it out so the right heel slides forward. Again, all hands on blocks is always fine. So just like back bending, forward bending, one is not better than the other. We need to be able to do both. Same thing. We want healthy attachment. We want avoidance of the things that are potentially really dangerous for us. That serves us, you know, don't touch the hot stove, right? We find that middle ground where we can tolerate all of it. All right, come on up. We're going to turn to gate pose. So swing your left leg behind you. Right leg turns onto the instep. Come up to stand facing the long edge. Good. Right hand to right leg, left arm up. Lean to your right leg. Play with a little cat and cow here. A little pelvic tilting. Find the middle place so that you can slide over a little bit more. Yes. Good. Inhale, come up, dive your left hand all the way over to the left and line it up. So don't shorten it. Don't be too close to your knee. Don't be too far forward. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to deal with this mic. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Right arm to the sky. That's it. Yeah, or any other variation. Some of you are in different variation. That's okay. Maybe lean your head and your shoulders back a little more. Take one more breath. Just expand out into resistance, like you're just trying to push against what you resist in your life. Just be here with it. Engage with it. All right. Walk yourself back to the front of your mat. Downward facing dog. Hold here or vinyasa. Step or hop yourself forward. Uttanasana. Press down to your feet. Come on all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana. Come back to that middle ground where we're not tipping forward. We're not rounding back. We're right in the middle. Pelvic floor parallel to the floor. Legs steady and strong. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold. Right leg back. Knee off the floor this time. Come on up, hands on hips. Get your back leg straight. Actually, you can soften. Let's do this first. Soften your back knee a little bit. As you soften your back knee, your pelvis is going to be able to find that neutral position more easily. So hold that. Then try to press out through the back leg. The pelvis is going to want to tip forward, but if you tone your belly and your pelvic floor, it's going to hold it more steady. Inhale, arms up to the sky. That's it. And then extend fully into the pose. Press forward through your front knee, back through your back leg, up through your arms as if you're trying to press against all those things you find resistance to. So just make meaning, create purpose. Okay, hands down. We're going to straighten the front leg. That's it. You need blocks, take hands on blocks. Legs nice and straight. Now remember your hand, that the C over your hand, pulling your hip back. When we were on our backs doing Padangusthasana, so pull your hip back so it's level with the left hip, fold a little deeper. Okay, stay with me. We're going to triangle pose here. So Spin down your back heel. Hop your hand. You can stay on the floor or you can hop your hand up on left hand up onto your left shin. Take your right arm up to the sky. Triangle. That's it. Get your spine nice and long. Be sure your front foot is pointing straight ahead. It's going to help to open up the hip if you keep the foot in that position. That's it. Good. Turn your belly a little more from left to right. All right, come stand up onto your feet. Warrior two. Come on up. Extend your arms. Bend into your left knee. Keep your right thigh bone pressing back. Press the top of your left shin bone forward. Then humble warrior, lace your fingers. Stretch your arms straight back behind. Hinge from your hips. Arms towards the sky. Head towards the floor. Hinging forward. As the sensation builds, again, notice your tendency to avoid, and maybe it is that you need to ease a little bit out of the deep bend of the knee or the stretching of the arms, but maybe you could still stay. Just find a softer place to be. Okay, on your next exhale, release your hands, frame your front foot, spin up your back heel, back to the lunge position. Drop your right palm flat, twist to the left. Left arm to the sky. That's it. Keep your right thigh bone lifting up. Top of your right thigh. Good. Move your right sit bone towards the top of your thigh bone. And then turn your belly a little bit more. Yes, good. Exhale, hands down. Nice. You guys step back into downward facing dog. All right. Stay here or vinyasa if you wish. Make your way back to Uttanasana, front of your mat. Lengthen your spine and rise up with your breath. Exhale, back to Tadasana, back to neutral pelvis, just to find the balance place. Then inhale, arms up. Find the middle ground between the extremes. Hinge. Left leg back lunge. Hug your legs towards each other, hands to your hips. If we engage the muscles to engage with what challenges us, not avoid it. We literally like hug into it. All right, back knee a little soft. Find the neutral place in the pelvis. So you can practice a little pelvic front and back. Find the place where the pelvic floor is parallel to the floor. Try to keep it as you straighten out through your back leg. Push your front shin bone, front knee forward. Inhale, arms to the sky. That's it, you guys. Try to maintain that steadiness of your pelvis. Maybe curl back a little bit more as you come into the back bend. The pelvis will tip forward. That's okay. But we're not getting that big sway back where it feels crunched in the low back. All right, hands down to the mat. Press your front leg straight. Draw your right hip back, even with the left hip as you extend your spine out. Let your head release. What we resist in our lives persists. It's going to keep coming up, you know, until we deal with it, until we face it. It's gonna keep coming up. So might as well face it from the get-go, you know? All right, where do we go from here? Triangle, spin down your back heel. Yep. Right hand can stay on the floor or hop up onto your leg, left arm to the sky. Yep, that's it. If you find yourself hinging forward at your hips, come up a little higher onto your leg so you can bring your spine nice and long over your front leg. That's it. Beautiful, guys. Take one more breath to just press out, extend out, pushing against resistance that you have in your life, against what you're pushing out against. Push as you stretch the arms and legs out. All right, warrior two, come upright. Bend deep into the left knee. Nope, right knee. Left leg stays straight. See that your right knee is pointing straight ahead. Yep. Yeah, so Paul, if you heel toe your right foot over a little, it's going to be easier like that. Then the knee, it's going to be easier to get the knee right in line. Yep, that's it. Okay, humble warrior, release your fingers. Stretch your arms back. Hinge from your hips. Arms towards the sky. Head towards the floor. It's going to be a moment of just bowing to the things that we avoid. Maybe even thanking them for showing up and giving us the impetus, something to push against for our growth, for our transformation, because that's really what discomfort does for us. Makes us more resilient, makes us stronger. Okay, release your hands, frame your foot, spin up your back heel, plant your left hand. Yes, left hand, twist to the right. Exhale, hand to the floor, downward facing dog. All right, let's come down onto the belly now. Rest your head on your hands for a moment. Take a moment to just soften, release, let go. Soften your resistance to resistance. Open to all the emotions, all the experiences, even the ones that we would put in the category of not fun. All right, then slide your elbows out onto the floor for Sphinx pose. Forearms parallel if that's reasonable for your shoulders. If you've got a shoulder thing happening, hands laced together might be more comfortable. You can do that. Either way is fine. And let's do some Sphinx roll-ups. So strengthen your legs, make your legs strong, turn on the muscles in the legs, and then just slowly round up. So your pelvis stays in that neutral position, tailbone down, and you just slowly roll to your knees and then back down. And then exhale, roll up. Yep. And lower down. Go as high as you can. Couple more. Roll up. And back down. And last one. Bring your elbows in a little closer, Lisa. So they're right under your shoulders. There. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. And then again, find neutral. So if we're just letting everything sag towards the floor, that's not neutral, right? There's that little tone to the belly. Your tailbone, your pubic bone is rooting down. Take your left arm on a diagonal across, bend up your right knee, take the thigh stretch. Find your right foot behind you. You can roll to your side, right hand to right foot. Did I say that wrong? Yeah. You do it the other way sometimes too. It's the harder way. Heel to butt. Actually, we might do it that way a little bit later. We'll see. Tailbone towards the floor. Try to keep the pelvis in that neutral position. It's going to want to tip forward. But if we keep the pelvic floor toning, glutes toning, we're going to get the deeper thigh stretch. That's what we're looking for. Heel towards the hip. One more breath. Good. Release that foot. If you need a break, rest your head for a minute or two. All right, maybe not a minute or two, but a breath or two. All right, left arm across when you're ready. Sorry, right arm across, and then catch your left foot with your left hand. Hug your left heel towards your butt. Good. Tone your glutes. Tailbone down. Low belly lifting away from the floor. One more breath. Okay, good. Release that foot. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Step your feet closer together. Dog split, right leg to the sky. Good. Let's keep hips level. Roll your inner right thigh up. Pull your left hip back. Stretch your left heel down. Lift your right leg higher. Good. Big step into warrior one. Right foot between your hands. Come up facing front. Work all the actions we've been working in the poses. So get the pelvis to neutral. Get your mind to neutral, where we're not clinging and we're not avoiding and we're just here. And then you stretch yourself fully into the experience of this pose, this breath, this moment. We're going to let it go into warrior three. So if you need to change the arm position, that's totally fine. Arms to the sides or back, float up the back leg. Extend both legs straight and long. Extend your spine nice and long. Okay, everybody lower your lifted leg like an inch. Level your hips. Keeping the hips level, maybe lift the leg a little higher. I know that's hard. Okay, hands down, standing split. Okay, you could stay here, or here's your opposite hand foot
option. You can bend that top knee, reach with your right hand or your left foot behind, or just stay where you are. That's it. Nice, you guys. Yes. All right, release your foot. If you're holding, step all the way back, downward facing dog. All right, hold or vinyasa. Left leg up, dog split. So right hip back, right heel down, left leg up a little higher. Stretch to your toes. Good. Step into warrior one. Make all the adjustments in your body to find the middle ground. In your mind to find the middle ground. To find tolerance, openness, steadiness, whether this is your most favorite pose or your least favorite pose. And then we let it go into warrior three. Lift from the inner thigh. Try to keep that right hip level with the left hip, but lift the leg higher. I know, it's a big ask. One more breath, both legs straight. Good, hands to the floor. Standing split. Stay here or bend the right knee. Catch the foot with your left hand. You're holding the foot, you're lifting the knee as high as you can. It's sort of like a Ardha Chandra Chapasana, but forward bend. All right, big step back. Downward facing dog. One last vinyasa. All right. And then come to tabletop. And here's what we're doing with our strap. All right. I'm going to show you first because there's some other options here. Okay, I'm putting my whole body into the strap. This is why we might need a super long one. So this is literally just tall, right? Okay. So I want to be able to get my legs straight. So I'm putting the buckle to the side and then I can tighten it up. But this is where we're going. All right, so try to make that happen. Yeah, you might need a longer strap. The longer, yeah, that you need, but you want it under your arm. I don't know, that's pretty dramatic. You want it that tight? I don't think you do. I would take a longer strap. So Paul, let me know if that's long enough for us. We'll try to doctor you a bigger one.
Which ones are long?
Not on your neck, shoulders, behind your shoulders, behind your shoulders. Like that, like Eugenia has it. Behind your shoulders and feet into the strap. So it's around the, underneath your arms. Like that. I don't know if you're gonna be able to get your legs straight. Yes, right. Here, yeah, go with one of them. Here, just take this one. Okay. Oh, so this, you get your legs up.
Three.
All right, let me see if I can get this
Let's start
one.
with you.
This is a. All right, hang on. Let me get another one. All right, how do we do? So adjust your strap under the eye. And you need the long. Here's the green ones are longer here. Got it. You want any ones here? Okay, here. Yeah, and then adjust. And then adjust. You can tighten it up. Take one of the green ones. The green ones are longer. Yes. I know. I tried to get us prepped for this before, but. Okay. So come to Navasana. This is Navasana boat pose. Find your boat. You should have a loop in it. Good. Push your feet into the strap and then tighten it as much as you can. So like being as tight as you can with your legs straight. I think you need a longer strap. Nate? No, Susan. Because this is Navasana. All right. So this is our start position. Now, if you tip your pelvis forward, you can play with the tipping. Forward towards the front edge of the sit bones. Yes, to balance. Okay, rest for a minute. Now, we're gonna go from Navasana into a variation of Lolasana. Watch me. You might want blocks for this, blocks for your hand. So we're gonna go from here. We're gonna put the hands down and we're gonna shift forward and lift up. And giving that something to press into, guys, it really makes it much easier. Hands can go under blocks here and then press. Try that a couple of times. Yep. There you go. That's it. Yep. Shift forward. Yes. Good. Tip. So it's that anterior tilt. Find that cat tilt. Go under your arms. Go under your arms. Go under your arms. Go under your arms. You're over your arms. Go under your arms. Your strap.
Oh my God, you look
Right? Press. Push into the strap. Push, 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 push. Tighten your strap. Tighten the strap a little bit. No,
It's
not.
not,
It's not catching.
catching.
All right, try it one more. Try the other. I want you to try the other thing.
This is not
I didn't
fun.
see the other thing. I didn't know.
Yeah, take that one off.
Sorry.
Strapped up. Take this one off. Take this one off. Okay.
Like the lead feet.
All right, now. So it was that pushing out through the feet, right?
Yeah.
These blocks. Okay, set your strap to the side.
Oh,
I love that version. You just got it? All right, go ahead, stay. All right, well, actually, I'm gonna say this. So we're gonna now try the same thing without the strap. So if you don't wanna try it without the strap, keep the strap on. Stay where you are. And we're gonna try it without the strap. This is the one. So now we're here. And you're just trying to get that same extension of legs and arms. Okay, hands down, hips back. You gotta tick your hands forward. The heels may come down. I know, it's really hard. Hands on blocks is gonna be easier, but still not easy. Yeah, still not easy. So keep the strap. You can do it with the strap. So now hands down, and then lift your hips. Lower your legs, lift your hips. Lower your legs, lower your legs. There, like that. That's it. And try to lift your butt. There you go. Like that. That's it. That's what we're doing. All right, so try it if you want without the strap. Try a couple. Hands on blocks might be helpful. Okay. Yeah. But it's fun with the strap, right? Nice. That's it. Good. All right. Your quadriceps are gonna not love me tomorrow, but hopefully they will. Okay, legs out straight. Roll the inner thighs down towards the floor. Okay, ready? Let's do it with the strap. Put the strap back on. So now legs on the floor, same position. And if you don't have a strap, then it's fine. You can just do it without. Strap around the shoulder blades. Okay, and then tighten yourself in. Have your hands on the floor. Good, tip your pelvis forward. So you're kind of pushing your shoulder blades back into the strap. You're pressing forward with your toes. You're tipping your pelvis forward. That's it. So you're in this nice straight back position. This is stage one of a forward bend. We're trying to keep that forward tilt of the pelvis. Okay, now let your upper body round. You can reach and hold the strap, or you can reach and hold your feet. The strap will go slack, that's fine. Hold your feet or hold the strap. Let your head and your neck release. Still feel the strap in the upper back, so you're still lifting the shoulder blades a little bit up into the strap, even as your head and your neck are extending forward and down towards your knees. Good, inhale, come back to the extended position. But push your shoulders back, push your feet forward. Good, and then just let go of the strap. Set it over to the side. Okay. So that was a lot. Okay, so let's try to loosen it up a little bit. Let's do a cradle. So hold, you can hold with the hands, you can do the scoop, you can do the cradle, any of those options is fine. Yeah, and roll on the hip a little bit, side to side rock. Well, that's good, Elisa. Yeah, you made it work. Need a long strap for that one, I know. Yeah, I brought the 10-foot straps today to the studio for that. If you like this one better, you can go into a little bit of roll on the hip here. That's nice. All right, and then just drop your leg where it is. Slide your back leg behind you. Maybe you're on like a little bit of a diagonal, just coordinate with your neighbor. And then walk your hands outside your right leg for the twist. Down onto your elbows. walking outside your right leg. So not like a pigeon, so Glenn Barber walk to the right. So yeah, you might be like on top of Barber there, but that's okay. That's fine. Yeah, exactly. Yes, so more of a twist for the upper body, that's it. Okay, and then come on up, right, we're gonna make our way into pigeon here. So if you have another way you like of getting into pigeon, that's fine. Or else you're gonna lean onto the leg. If you got knee stuff, this is a nice way to do it. Just keeping the knee bone, the thigh, and the shin bone stable, so you can roll the back leg back behind you. Find your way in pigeon. Yes. Any variation of your pigeon that you like. Good. Play with a little cat and cow, just gently, gently. You're gonna feel a deeper stretch in the hip with that cow tilt of the pelvis, the anterior tilt of the pelvis. If you're looking for that deeper stretch, bringing your pelvis into that forward tilt. Bring your left leg out to the left, come on up. And then we're gonna swing that leg all the way around for Agni Stambhasana, left ankle on top of right knee. So we're here. If that's too much, you can go into this position. This is fine if you need the foot on the floor. So bottom foot forward. You want the leg, the knees open for this one, ankle on top of knee. So bring it over on top. That's it. I know. Lean back in your hands. Lean back into your hands. That's it. Is that more reasonable? Yeah. Yeah. So if your hips are super open and your knee comes lower than mine, please let it go down. Mine just doesn't. But if yours does, let that happen. Yep. Anchor your sit bones evenly. So the left one's going to want to lift. All right, then if you're in this position, you can come forward. If you're looking for more juice in the hips, hands to the feet is a good way to sort of juice them up a little bit. If you're getting a lot of juice where you are, you just stay and breathe and try to stay in that middle ground. And again, just noticing, maybe it's an avoiding of sensation because it's a lot of sensation in the pose. Maybe we're avoiding feeling like we can't do this pose so good, so we don't want to do it, you know? There's that aspect of it. Maybe it's just the most delicious, lovely pose and you love it and, you know, just appreciate it. All right, inhale, come on up, uncross. And we'll start that whole thing with the cradle, so left foot, cradle, left leg, cradle, yep, a little rocking, rolling. If you want to lean into your left hand, get a little deeper into the hip, you can do that. That's it. All right, then place the leg, slide your right knee over to the right, and then walk your hands outside your left thigh. So over, outside the thigh, yep, walk towards Kim, that's it, yep. Yep. Lisa, slide your knee forward. So it's your front knee more towards the front of your, point it to the front of your mat, the top of your mat.
Got it.
Yeah, and open up your knee. So it's like more like a right angle. Yeah, and now walk over to the left. There you go. And then you're just getting more twist on the torso. Yeah. Yes. Elbows is comfortable. You can come to elbows if you feel like you can. Walk a little bit more left. Walk a little bit more left. Back up into your hands. Walk towards the front of your mat. Find your way into a pigeon. However, it's reasonable for you to get there. Work to roll your inner right thigh up towards the sky. Yeah. When we're in this forward bent position, we're looking for the deeper hip stretch, not necessarily that the hips are level. So getting that front knee more open, the front foot a little bit more forward is going to get you deeper into that hip stretch, even if it skews the hips a little to the left. I'm okay with that actually, because we're not weight bearing into the hip so much. Of course, if this bothers your knee, skip it.
All right, come on up. Swing your right leg around. So left knee stays at a right angle, left ankle comes, right ankle comes on top of left knee, or you're coming to here, left foot on the floor, right ankle on top. Yeah, that's a better position for knee and hip. That's fine. You're gonna get the hip stretch and that's what we're looking for. Good. Ground your sit bones evenly. Stay here or hinge forward and take your hands on your feet. Any of those options. We're all looking for that same stretch. We're all looking for the middle ground to bring us closer to center, to bring us closer to balance, to bring us into the gentle waves rather than the big tidal surges. Inhale, come on up, uncross your legs, and make your way to the back. There's some movement or stretch that would serve you as we ease to Shavasana. Take a moment to do it. As you're ready, begin to extend your arms and your legs. Let your body soften, release, and let go. We each have our own dance with Shavasana. For some of us, it's the easiest thing to do, to just let go and be here, be soft, be gentle. For some of us, the moment the body does that, the mind wants to leap into action, and that can be challenging. Wherever you find yourself, seek the middle ground, where we are letting thoughts arise, but just letting them go. Where we're noting sensations in the body and just asking them to let go and release. Where we're just diving deeper and deeper into ourselves, into the moment, to peace and stillness. Gently now, let your breath deepen. Allow the awareness to rise back to the surface. Allow your body to stretch and move in whatever way feels good to you. Bend your knees. Find your way to your side and back to seated. I want to share with you Pema Chodron, her thoughts on this topic we've been talking about today. She says it helps to understand that we don't suffer because of our personal inability to get things right. We suffer because of our resistance to ordinary experience, the reality that life goes up and down and that situations are unpredictable. When we resist emotions, they wear at us. Anxiety is the ever-present reminder of unfinished business of the emotional body. When we resist emotions, they present themselves as anxiety until we pay attention to them, because anxiety is not an actual emotion. It's the state of being. It's a physical chemical response to the neglect of the emotional body. It's the physical body saying something's not right. So, for example, I'm sad. I don't want to be sad. I try all day to feel happy. By the end of the day, I'm anxious. When I acknowledge anxiety, I notice what emotion is hiding beneath the anxiety. Oh, sadness, my old friend. I acknowledge sadness, invite her in. Maybe I cry for a bit, and the anxiety goes. So when we're able to face what is showing up, what is the reality without resistance, without clinging to it, we stay connected to something bigger than just our individual stories and dramas, and we can weather those waves a little more easily. Bring your hands together at your heart, and let's close together with an Om. Take a deep breath in. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Have a great Sunday. Sorry about the mic, you guys. Hope you could hear me okay. It was like dropping on the floor.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Rachel. So
You're welcome. You're welcome.
have a good day.
You too. Bye, Rachel.